Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finale of RND Racing's 2025 LMU series, and what a fitting place to wind it up once again at Lemans. I'm Davo, J-Man right by my side. How are you doing, my friend?
Good evening, viewers. Welcome back to a Monday night and the last one of 2025 at that, and the last official broadcast for MATCHFIT Entertainment for the season. Well, at least the last one that we know of anyway, Davo.
True that. Anything can happen.
But, yeah, no, this will be a ripper here. A little bit of a change of format here tonight, because I'll just update you with what's going on. So obviously tonight we are adding 5 minutes to the qualification time outright. So Hyper still get the 10 minutes, however, a 15-minute allocation for the GT3s. This is to enable them to get their two flying in plus an outlap, obviously around about that 4-minute mark for a lap for a GT3 car versus a 3.5 odd minute for a Hyper. So some 30 odd seconds faster here, and by way of doing around about 330k an hour versus about 285 or somewhere north of that for a GT3. So that is the format, and then race trim wise we'll rip into it after that. And I think tonight is scheduled, is this one a 90?
Yeah, 90 minutes tonight, yep. J-Man, and look, that will pass very quickly, obviously for the Hyper boys, because they'll be just moving at such a breakneck pace. Be interesting to see when these guys actually start to lap the GT cars. J-Man, we always sort of try and bet on the time on, you know, roughly when it's going to be. It's been anywhere from about 10 to sort of 13 odd minutes, but with the sheer straight line speed of these things here tonight compared to the GT3s, it will be interesting to see that. Like I said, little quick, you know, change up in the format just because Lemans, you know, and just because Lemans. So, but yeah, it should be a cracker. The last couple of races these boys have done here in the LMU series. This is only the third series in LMU for RND Racing, and the first two were crackers. You know, like even with a short field, these guys definitely put on a show here on such a vast circuit, J-Man. So yeah, look, always up for a Lemans race. As,
Yeah, look, and these things are going to be specky tonight. You know,
oh,
the Hypers.
hell yes, hell yes.
Catching a GT3 car in Sector 3 is going to be something to behold because of the speed difference
Yep.
in Sector 3. I mean, obviously, on the straightaways in Sector 1, there's plenty of room and plenty of flow. And the actual GT3 cars do a pretty handy job in the straight line.
They do.
But yeah, it's when we get aero dependent that these things really start to shine. The Hypers come into their own, and yeah, you know, the pace that they're running through those sectors, it is pretty much one line for a Hyper. So if there's a GT3 online, that's going to
yeah. And look, we've seen it in the past. We see it every week actually, where like it's a bit of a who draws the short straw, so to speak, when as the Hypers come around to lap the GT3s, if there's two guys in a battle, who gets that nice clean pass and who doesn't. But look, you're right, J-Man. That final sector here, where there's just that series of high load corners here, the aero on these things, the lap time is incredible, isn't it? Like that, the pace through those sectors, should I say, is amazing compared to the GT cars. So yes, look, I'm looking forward to this one. I'll tell you.
Yeah, and look, we'll delve a little bit deeper into it as we progress or get a moment in time, maybe in between things. But there is a points chase going on. There's a couple that are said and done, and I'm just going to allude to those straight away, even pre-graphic, is that, look, I believe Harry Lawrence has done the business. He's had a fantastic season and looks to have clinched the title for the GT3 cars in season 11. So well done to Harry, but he will go out there, no doubt, and put his best foot forward. And then the other one, as well as the hypercars, I believe Will Dixon has enough points in the bank to call it done. However, we will go into great detail about the fights after the fact, and there is plenty. We've got absentees, we've got Isaac Ichikara away, we've got spoilers in the mix, Gunther Rowe back in the Ferrari GT3 and looking super racy, looking to take points off of these guys that we're going to talk about in this title chase. And look, inevitably these guys turn up for the fun of it on a Monday night, but underneath it all there's competitive nature and there's a championship to be won, or a podium at least to be made. They're going to go into the Christmas break wanting those bragging rights, Davo.
Oh, look, you know it, J-Man, and they're all races at heart, and obviously as soon as the bloody green light goes, mate, it is on every freaking time. We love it. Awesome stuff, like you just outlined there. Couple of little battles for positions there, but yeah, definitely some absentees. And and I think we only just got informed post a pre-stream that absenteeism is actually the boys lose a point or two for.
They lose five for a no-show. So, hey, speaking of battles, there's some battles going on throughout the sectors, and I'll give you a quick update on that. Obviously, Fraser first out over Dixie, over Bewley, and then Shane Faraday. So, Sector 1 was clearly won by Nathan Bewley with the 32-4. However, Sector 2 clearly won by Chris Fraser with an 80.9 versus an 81.0 for Dixie, and then an 82.0 for Bewley. So Bewley a couple of seconds off the pace in the mid-sector there. So I'm not sure what went on there, but it's going to make for some interesting tallies when they do come across the line. And we're going to start seeing that very, very shortly as Fraser rounds the final turn. And we should be looking for somewhere in the 330s to 329s, 328 too. So the boys have wound the wick up on these things for quality. Going proper fast. Dixie goes to the top on a 26-2. So based on
I didn't see that
these things, they've wound these things up. Where does Bewley fall in? Falls in P3 with a 328.3. Shane Faraday still to come. He is effectively, I think, still in the mid-sector of the racetrack at the moment.
Yes. In the big caddy, late to leave the pit lane, J-Man. The Cadillac team there just making, I think they're just, doing a quick check on that car, just making sure it is all good to go. Big race here for Shane.
Good Sector 1, good Sector 2 for Shane, 32.7, Sector 1, 81.3 for Sector 2. So on par with Chris Fraser, still one on the next lap. And very, very close to Dixie's as well. However, probably, yeah, reasonable in sector 2 versus the boys' first lap. So they're already into their second. He's still on his first.
Oh, and
He's going to put him in the mix.
And this is the series of corners we were talking about. This little back end of the track here, this final sector. And Shane, as always, flamboyant.
Yeah, watch this caddy into the final chicane. It's been the talk of the hypers that this one is the one that wants to back in on corner entry, and you could just see it there, just braking rear traction.
Yeah.
Did a good job of gathering it.
He did do a good job of gathering it up, and you can see the tyre smokes. Sparks are flying, no surprise there, and obviously still coming to terms with that Cadillac J-Man with a 3:31.3.
Yeah, needs to find around 5 seconds to be competitive with the boys in quality trim. Obviously, we do now know that quality trim in these things looks to be significantly different than race pace, because we weren't seeing these times earlier, not that I can recollect anyway.
Yeah, pre-race practice, definitely not, J-Man. So yeah, nice work from the boys.
Yeah, you're welcome, Tiggles. Cheers for tuning in during this phase of qualifying. I'm sure you're G'd up, ready to get that thing out there, and look, a job to do tonight there, Tiggles. You got some work to do, mate, and podium hunting for the series. I'm sure you're up to the task, so way to go, mate. Best of luck to you out there tonight. So not a good sector 1 so much for Will Dixon, and I did pick a little bit of a track runoff there earlier, but he is good in sector 2. He's magenta sector 2.
So time ticking down for the boys there, J-Man.
Yeah, this will be it for them as I look at the clock go. Oh, hang on, no.
Yeah,
this is it. Yeah, this is it.
This is it for the boys. So we can see already Rowe and Teg out on track.
Yeah,
this is Robbie Mitchell, Pete Johnson, Costas back on boss, Ryan Lemans as well, rolling out in the 66. Is that a 66 or a 99? I'm not sure. Either way, fantastic looking bloody Ferrari there, J-Man. So those boys rolling as the hyper.
Oh, Bewley just grabs Fraser at the back end there. Will Dixon, no improvement, but holds enough at this point of time to stay P1. How much more can Shane Fodderdo find? And they're on a 3:31.3, some 5.114 seconds away from Will Dixon. He'd be looking to just close that margin up a bit.
Yeah, not in the best first sector, J-Man. Picked it back up in sector 2 and heading down towards the back end of the circuit here now. It gets a little more technical with some very high load, constant radius corners here towards the end of the track here. So
I think the car's okay there. It's the D-cell turn and entry here that really snap oversteer. So you look to try and tidy up this final chicane this time around. Right through here, the car laterally loaded, looks good on throttle. Even here, the high speed right there still looks good. It'll be all about
getting it stopped.
He got a nice apex there. That was very, very tidy. But it'll all be about this next phase of corners, the final couple of chicanes.
It's a double chicane. Yeah, a little puff of smoke there again.
Yeah, much nicer job though.
And very tidy, J-Man.
Yeah, be an improvement here for sure. And he does. He goes to 3:28.3. So nice. He's only 3/10 from Fraser. So he's in the hunt now. He knows he's got something that's reasonably competitive with Fraser. It's obviously only 4 in the field. But look, good battle coming up. Anyway, back to obviously Gunther Rowe, first car out. Interesting. Gunther Rowe much happier with the car, fuel loaded, 94% energy, and obviously a fair bit of fuel on that. Just trying to have a look.
Yeah, no mucking around. with fuel loads there for Crossy and J-Man. Like you mentioned, probably happier with a little bit more juice in it. Good to see Lee Perkins back as well. I don't think we've seen him for a couple of weeks here at Rainlight in the LMU series. As always, Robbie Fox joining. And like we mentioned before, Ryan Lemans there in that stunning looking Ferrari there. So very nice, J-Man. This, oh good, it's a good field actually. Just scroll down through that field. That is pretty good, healthy looking field. 4 hypers. And what have we got? 12 outright. So yeah, we've got 8 GT cars out there tonight.
And Rob Fox as well.
Robbie Fox. Oh shit. Sorry. Yes, it does. That rounds it up to, what did it say? 8. So that'll be 9. Yes.
Yep.
So Robbie Fox, the unmistakable 69 Mercedes there. Just picked him up on camera there. Having a little bit of a wriggle. Having to get a good grip on that bloody thing. So, yeah. Clearly carrying the L plate on the back of the car. He's been doing a freaking great job, J-Man, throughout the series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Turning up every week, albeit finishing maybe down the back a little bit. Yeah, still very much involved. J-Man, look, what are you thinking for the GT cars? Before we go to hybrids, where do you think your money is on the GT cars for a finish?
Yeah, look,
it's hard,
I think,
isn't it, this one?
yeah, I think this one's going to be a good battle. Look to cost us to fire a good lap in, but Gunther's going to set the benchmark here, I think, as far as initial 1 lap pace. I think Teagles is going to be there or thereabouts. I think he's proved in official practice that he's got good car speed. He's obviously same manufacturer. Robbie Mitchell in the M4. Now, Robbie is a little bit like Harry Lawrence in the respect that if he doesn't qualify well tonight, he will drive back through. Robbie Mitchell has been driving beautifully in that M4
he has.
GT3 BMW.
And although we don't see him up the pointy end of the GT cars a lot, he's always right there behind him. You know, like he will drive that thing right up to the pointy end and just definitely keep those guys honest. You know, one small mistake and Mitchell will be all over it. So yeah, I think Mitchell probably one of the more improved drivers actually throughout the season so far, J-Man. So yeah, nice working, Robbie.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about Robbie Mitchell and his consistency and his performances. So much so that this is a guy that's sitting P3 in the championship right now. So the guy is a consummate performer. Like the whole way through the series, you know, like he just doesn't give up. So he's a guy that, you know, like don't ever count this guy out. And obviously with Ichikawa away tonight, he's travelling. He's always travelling.
Always travelling. So we talk about this, you know, absentees and the like, J-Man. Mitchell is in 3rd in the championship because of his attendance record. You know, like not only is, you know, like consistency on track, but just the attendance. This guy just turns up every week. You know, like so. He's just banking points every bloody week, you know, like, so, and, yeah, it's definitely fine driving. Like I mentioned, very, very much improved, actually, from the beginning of the season towards the end. Really sort of found the groove in that BMW, J-Man. But, like you said, Gunther Rowe, First car out on track. Look, we have been banging on for ages, and these guys still have not done one flying lap. Is the vastness of this Le Mans circuit, J-Man. Like, we have been talking half the bloody field up already, and we're still waiting for one of them to go across the line, and that first car will be Gunther Rowe. And you did call it, J-Man. Like, he will set a very solid benchmark, won't he, Gunther?
Yeah, look, he obviously Steve Crossan's grabbed the rights by the slenderest margin in Sector 1 with a 37.546 plays Gunther's 37.582. However, Gunther has got Sector 2 at the moment and cumulatively is going to put together a very, very good lap by what I'm seeing based on the numbers. So we're about to see Gunther run through, and what will be the benchmark straight away is a 3:59.2, and that's a very good lap. Sub 4 in a GT3 car is super respectable. Teggle's in there on a 4:03, very, very good.
Absolutely.
4:07, and all of a sudden, Pete Dawson, I did see his numbers light up in Sector 2 with a 3:59.6. Yep.
Oh, very nice from PD. So another one of the silent achievers. You don't always see PD up at the pointy end of the field, but again, it's attendance. He's always here, so he's always backing points. Yes, and Tegs brings his own fan club, J-Mac. Few of these boys bring their own fan club, and we do appreciate that. And, is it Lisa and Haley? Thank you guys, girls, for tuning in again.
Yep.
To MATCHFIT.
Crossland up into P3 with a 3:59, so we've got 3 of those cars already in the 59s.
Costas was off track when I just flicked the camera to him. That car has gone back to the pits, J-Man. It did cut a lap. I'm not sure. Can you see that Costas, that Macalos car coming back out at all?
Back at the pits, you won't get another shot at that.
No, it's going to run out of time.
A 4-minute lap. Yeah.
So
Gunther Rowe, Sector 1, improves again, 37 with the 3. So he's definitely up the ante. Lap 2, car looks a little quicker through Sector 1, so we'll monitor that. And then obviously Pete Dawson, 37.6. So he's around 3/10 away from Gunther through the first part of the lap. Crossland, he's pretty much on par with Pete Dawson, so those guys are trading at the moment for the front row, but looks to be like Gunther Rowe has got the measure through that part of the racetrack at the moment, and it's going to be a battle down to the end. Robbie Mitchell 37 with the 6 as well, so he's in there. Hayden Tegg though, what's he, 37 with the 5, so he's the next quickest through Sector 1.
There, yep, definitely. Cameras just picked up on Robbie Fox at an unfortunate time, just tagging the wall there. I'm not sure he was. I think it was actually early in the lap there. So that car has gone back to the garage as well. J-Man, definitely not enough time for these guys to run back out again. Pete
Dawson grabs 3.5 tenths on Gunther Rowe and
that's a big chunk. So yeah, that is a huge chunk actually.
Now, he was already away by just under 4 tenths, so he needs a very, very good Sector 3 to A, beat Gunther on this lap and close the deficit down to what was a very good 3:59.2.
Absolutely.
But I think Pete's turned up for the...
he's turned up for race, isn't he?
Yeah, he's turned up for the rewards tonight. He does look very, very good, so... monitoring through Crossland on a couple of, by his standards, not his best sectors. He's around about 3 tenths off his own personal best at the moment. Obviously, as we mentioned, Costas back in, and Teggles is actually on a personal best Sector 1 and 2.
So just coming around at the back.
Gunther Rowe rolling out of it. What has happened there?
Both Tegs and Robbie Mitchell looking so solid on track here tonight. Cars look sharp, really solid.
Rowe rolling out of that on a lap he was clearly up.
Okay,
I might have missed something there.
There's a bit of sandbagging going on there, J-Man, as we see Tegs up into 4th position and Robbie Mitchell across the line.
Pete Dawson to the top.
Wow, well. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, 58.9, and he went magenta Sector 2 and Sector 3. I alerted to the Sector 2 was really good, but he backed it up. And Crossland is
down the back end here of the circuit there. I'm not sure who that is just tucked in front of him. I think that's either Lemans or Perkins, actually. It might be Perko. Yeah, Perko in the Lamborghini.
So now I see Hayden's pressed on with another lap, and I believe there's a 2-minute run overtime. Will he get time to finish this? Yeah, maybe not.
Nah. Not a chance. As we just saw Steve Crossland and Lee Perkins roll across the line. Steve Crossland, J-Man, third in the GT cars, brother.
Yeah, so those 2 sectors, well, 3 sectors, according to me, were not great. So I don't know whether the telemetry was not quite accurate, but he is currently sitting P3. Hayden Teague's pressed on. He's about 1.5 tenths away.
He's got a long way to go and only 1 minute and 20 odd seconds to do it. J-Man, I will let you decipher that for a moment.
Oh. Well, there is an overrun time, so maybe he knows something. Maybe Tiggs knows something.
Overrun is, well, I suppose overrun plus the qualifying still got a minute to go.
And then 2 minutes overruns, telling me that he's still got 3 minutes from this point. And
this might be doable then. I'll leave you with it for a sec, J-Man.
Yeah, mate. So as we watch Teggles coming down the straight now, watch how much commitment he makes into this right-hander here. 6th gear, 273k an hour. Basically gets out of it right at the apex. Scrubs it back down to about 88k and then back into the throttle hard again. And he will be pretty flat chat through the next phase of corners. Ready for a hard break. At the left-hander, so see how committed he is through this right-hand part. I know the hypers can go in through here pretty much flat chat. It's looking at the throttle trace. Yeah, big lift just before it. A little bit more gas pickup and then scrubs it back down a 2nd gear. Tips it in. Beautiful apex, actually. Does a good job there. It's about 10th and 3/4 away. So he's looking for some improvement here. Delta's actually heading the right direction as he comes out of that right-hander. So he's done a good job at the back end. Keeps trending the way it goes. He'll see an improvement. Currently sitting P4 on the grid for the GT3s, 8th outright. It's a big sector 3 here. Down under a 10th, heading towards half a 10th. The lap is building. Energy depleting down to 4%. Might have timed this one beautifully as Hayden Teague. Oh, another nice apex through the back. Looking good. He's around about a 1/10 of a second off. Looking for an improvement. It's good to see him go P2. Nice and tidy through the double chicanes at the back end. A little bit of a hop off the curb, but picks up the throttle nicely. He's just under a 1/10 of a second away. Where does this seat? No improvement. Okay, what was the lap? 3:59 with a 9. He needed a 59 with an 8 or better. So, great effort, Teggles. Good to see you press it right to the very end. Bit of track time as well, so it doesn't hurt. As the guys will flick into race mode now, make sure the cars are fueled, correct tyres on. It'll be interesting to see what tyres are actually used. I did see a couple of hypers out there rocking a hard tyre in official practice, so it's going to be interesting once they go to grid and see the totem and actually see where the guys' heads are at. It is a long race. This is a 90-minute race. Obviously a lot of straights, but a lot of high loaded corners, so rubber will be at a premium, Davo.
Yeah, no doubt. And just the trying to keep the focus and concentration on a track like Le Mans, it's strange. You know, like they've got these massive long straightaways where the boys can literally just take a breath and relax a little bit. But then when they get out of that stuff, it is quite technical, and so these guys have just got to sort of, you know, like refocus and zone back in, and to keep those those times are coming, and keep whoever's chasing them at bay. So trying to stay focused over 90 minutes will be relevant, I think, and quite often we see at Le Mans, like you get halfway through or 2/3 of the way through the race, and guys, just little unforced errors start to creep into their drive. So yes, let's
Now,
keep an eye.
Davo, are we in a position to talk points here?
Yes, we got points up right now, J-Man.
Righto. Okay. So obviously I haven't got visual. I can't do both.
Okay, it's coming up on Stream Live now.
Hyper's first, is it?
No, so GT cars always first.
Okay. All right.
But
So
bring Hypers up.
no. Stick with the program. I'll follow you, mate. But yeah, as we can see there, as aforementioned, Harry Lawrence in the number 1 spot for the LM GT3 class, 170 points. What we do know is there is a 43-point offer for tonight for a race win. Is a 5-point drop.
Deduction, yep.
Yeah, deduction for if you're not turning up. So it still makes, I think mathematically, I think Gunther alluded to us, is around about a 51-point swing. So not doable for Isaac Ichikawa, who is not here, likely going to lose 5 points off of his tally, which is 119, which actually already puts Robbie Mitchell by default up
by default.
Second.
Absolutely.
But look at that, look at that battle. Robbie Mitchell,
Hayden Taggy.
Costas Maklos mathematically still in this as well for a podium as well. So
you know it.
Think about those 3 drivers there tonight when we're calling them. That is a big one. Steve Crossan in there, 97 points, probably just a little bit short. However, it is sim racing. It is the mad world of internet and connections and everything else. And we wish those drivers well on their endeavours for this finale. So go well, all of the field. Lay your best down and we'll see where the cards fall. However, that is one part of it. The next part of it, Will Dixon and the Hypers, David. Can we see that?
We can. Let's get that points board back. Hypercars. There you go, J-Man.
So Dixie effectively at 218 points and sitting on the pole here tonight, I believe has done enough to already be crowned Hypercar champion here for season 11. However, Chris Fraser, 161 points in second. Nathan Bewley, 139. Shane Fodado, 130. I don't reckon that equation is finalised. Artem Kazniov, obviously late to the piece and obviously with a drop round in there is already, you can see the 5-point deduction there.
It's that Bewley Fodado battle you're looking at though, isn't it, J-Man? That is definitely not over.
Yeah, I think it's
with
not.
Fraser?
Yeah, look, Fraser's obviously a fair way clear, but it's not done. Mathematically anything can happen.
It's
a written off car or something. Like it's just not done. So, other than Will Dixon. So just bear in mind when we're talking tonight that those are the numbers we're looking at. We may bring those up again throughout the stream just to refresh your memory.
No doubt we will, J-Man. I think as the race goes on, the action, the drama unfolds. I think we will be looking at that because we will be trying to calculate a few things. We'll have the MATCHFIT Entertainment abacus lubed up and ready to go as the boys run into a short formation. And I've got to remember to click back to the stream. Every now and then I get a bit sidetracked. I've got multiple screens going here, so one of them will be playing it, but the one that's important isn't. But here we are, short formation, Hypers up the front, J-Man, Will Dixon, Nathan Bewley, Chris Fraser and Shane Fodado rounding out the second row right behind PD. Surprised, not only us, but I think probably Gunther a few other of the boys as well, hitting the top of the list in the GT cars formed up as well. So PD, Gunther Rose, Steve Cross and Hayden Tagg, Costas Makalos, Robbie Mitchell. Watch Hayden Tagg and Robbie Mitchell tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Clemens, Lee Perkins back for this one, and Robbie Fox as always on track. You freaking legend, Robbie Fox. J-Man, the tension, the drama. Did we put enough V in? You know, have we got enough juice? Have I chosen the right tyre? All of that will be going through their head. The cameramen will be busily jumping between the Hypers and the GT cars here as we go. Green on the final round there. Macrolos into the side of Mitchell really early on. Mitchell already putting pressure on Hayden Tagg in the background as well, as we just keep the cameras on these boys here as they run into T1, and they are side by side, and it's in the background.
Mitchell on a cold tyre around and in the Armco and pit exit. Looking for reverse. He's got it.
Oh, no. PD just drives away from the drama as we get back up the pointy end there. Oh, look, there was a little bit of contact between Macrolos and Mitchell, like literally as the green flag dropped. So those boys already arguing here. Look at Fodeno, the pace of this bloody Cadillac. J-Man, sparks are flying, so really nice heavy rear wing on it. It is dragging its ass, and still.
It hit a wall as soon as he pulled out the draft, though. It literally hit a wall. It got beside Bewley, who is actually gone from second, now down to fourth. Chris Fraser got him as well at the start of that one as well. So the tables have turned now. Nathan Bewley tucked up underneath the wing of the caddy. What can he do with that pace? Obviously sucking a bit of aero off of that thing.
So Mitchell back out on the circuit, J-Man. He has backed that thing out of the wall. Costas Macrolos on the charge, right up the clucker of Ryan Lemans there.
Yeah, almost pushing him. He rolls out of the throttle a little bit early down here at the chicane.
Yeah, no surprise. Oh,
wide. It's going to be an easy one for Macrolos.
Wide from Clements there.
On Hayden Tagg, but I tell you what, Shane Fodeno ran through the first chicane,
like blasted through it.
Oh, not blasted through it. He just didn't quite get it right. It actually might have been it was the first, and Bewley close but not quite.
Yeah.
So interesting here that Bewley opting for a hard front left, soft everywhere else. So mixed match on the tyres for Nathan Bewley. He's obviously aware that that front left takes a fair bit of punishing, so he's looking to maybe gain some balance in that car later on.
Well, look, I got to applaud LMU for actually making that all available. I know there's only a few sims that allow that sort of chopping and changing between the tyres back and forth side by side, J-Man. So awesome work.
Yep.
To LMU for bringing that option to the table. GT Club.
Speaking of GT class, good battle going on here. Pete Dawson, Guthrow, Hayden Tagg, and Macrolos after that pass on Clements starting to claw his way back into maybe make this thing go full-way. And obviously the Hypers fully checked out. Dixon over Fraser, but Fraser in the hunt here, and certainly Fraser got the pace on. He was quickest in Sector 2.
Look, we've seen Dixon challenged before over the last couple of weeks, and he just races such a clean race and usually comes out in the end in front. So Dixon under pressure at the moment, J-Man from Fraser in the Porsche. So BMW, Porsche, Shane Fodeno in the caddy, Nathan Bewley, I think it's the Toyota, J-Man, the GR car.
Yep.
So nice work, stunning and super freaking good. We love watching them.
Croston on Clements.
So gets that done. So Crossland clearly getting maybe tangled up. I'm sure he was third position
Yeah,
in qualifying in the GT cars, J-Man. So he might have got tangled up with that something
Robbie
in the
Mitchell.
yeah, the Mitchell
Mitchell.
McCulloch. Yes. I'm thinking so. So now just to get behind there. Where is Tegels? Tegels will have his ears back, I tell ya. With McCulloch starting to chase him down, he's really got to focus on the back of Gunther Road there and really just use that Alpine liveried Ferrari as a little bit of a carrot and a guide almost, and just stick with it. 3 Ferraris, J-Man. Bam, bam, bam. Out in front.
Yeah, 100%. And if you remember, not back that too long ago, we saw this race, and I believe it was it Georgie Goddard did a beautiful job of sitting in this position, a little bit like what Hayden Teague's doing at the moment, and conserving fuel, and basically won this race through fuel management and accuracy around the pit stop. 90 minutes here tonight. I don't know if that's going to play a factor here tonight with the way that these boys are running, because they look to be just absolutely flat out at the moment. But we did see that not so long ago, and I believe it was season 10. So just something to factor here, that maybe Hayden sitting back in here behind Gunther and just maybe making a little bit of fuel. However, the throttle traces at the moment tell me different.
Well, look, if you remember the first series at Rainlight Racing in LMU, Hayden Teague in a Mustang in Le Mans, right, before they had the hypers, this guy walked away with the gold trophy, J-Man, by conserving fuel, chasing a couple of cars.
Teague, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Teague.
It was a Golf livery Mustang, and it was steered by Hayden Teague. So, watch that guy. Just watch that.
Okay, I thought it was Georgie Goddard that did it. Okay.
Oh, it might have been. I don't know, actually. Anyway, either way, it was a Golf. It might have been Goddard, actually.
Newly through on Fodderdo in just the recent past as well, which is interesting because Fodderdo has magenta sector 1 and 2 here, so something must have gone away there.
Yep.
Just look at that gone through 329, Will Dixon 330, Chris Fraser 329.7 for Burley, 331, so not a good back sector for Shane Fodderdo. However, Burley refocused back on the charge, sights on Chris Fraser. Gunther Rowe still trying to keep in touch at the moment with PD, but PD has got some serious pace. 4:06.3 to be the fastest man in a GT3 car on the first flying lap.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was Mr. George then at first.
I think it was Mr. George, excuse me, but it was a Golf liveried car, I'm sure. The fuel whisperer.
Yeah, 100%. Look at Teagle's here, mate. Look at Hayden Teague on Gunther Road, and Teague is rapid through Sector 3.
Yeah, no bucking around.
He does his best work in this sector of the racetrack, I believe, and we saw it in qualifying. He did look good down through here.
A trio of Ferraris is Teague's the new fuel whisperer. Thanks for that update, Nick. Because he really does need to focus on the back of these boys in front of him here, because Makalos, like, just seriously, Makalos at pace, and look, the Lexus, no, not short on pace either, J-Man, to be honest, in a straight line. So these guys really need to focus, because Makalos are there, ready to pounce.
Yeah, Croston's not that far off the back of Makalos now too. He's actually pressing on quite nicely early in the piece.
Sweet. Oh no, he's right there. Yep. Okay, and that's Lemans, just tucked in behind.
So I reckon Robbie Mitchell's BMW is carrying a fair chunk of damage, mate.
I think so.
Not Lee Perkins.
So he
shadow him here now.
He just Perko with an off. Just picked it up on the camera there a little bit earlier. Allowed Robbie past. Next car is Mr. Fox, Robbie Fox, in front. Now, these guys, like, they haven't really got away from Mitchell, but like, Mitchell is chasing Tex. Tex is a fair chunk up the road, so But here we go. This is a really good shot of it here. We'll just get back to Costin's car there. You can actually just see Fox and then Mitchell behind that, running into that chicane with the pretty much the rest of the GT pack in front there. So they're not actually too far behind J-Man still. Long race.
Fraser doing a good job here, just holding that line around that 1.1, 1.3 seconds at the moment to Dixie.
Yeah, nice and tidy. Fraser in the Porsche. J-Man looked very quick in pre-race practice, and you know, like probably the next cleanest driver to look, just to watch, right? To watch these hypers run around, because they are a handful, even with all the aero. You know, like he's probably damn near equals Dixon's cleanliness. Just
he's just run the fastest lap of the race. With
okay. Well, the pace is there as well, obviously. Bewley not too far off that, and the ever flamboyant Shane Fodder. I can't really say Shane looks tidy and clean and organised around the track, because he gets it out, the tail out all the time in that big long caddy. So Shane Fodder chasing down fourth position. PD, like you mentioned. Now look at that shot again. You can see the boys. PD, that is Gunther Road. Tags, that is Costas Makalos, Steve Cross and Ryan Lemans in the background there. Next car is Robbie Fox. Now Robbie Fox has Robert Mitchell tucked in behind him, and then Lee Perkins. So they got a little bit of catching up to do. It's Crossy just takes out one of the signage there around the back section of the circuit.
Think he's pushing?
Just maybe. He looks comfy in the Aston, J-Man. He has all season. The pace might not be there every week, but damn, he looks comfortable in the car. Unless he's coming off.
It's a good lap here from Gunther, I think. This one. Yeah, 4 minute .039 is a pretty good lap. PD just slightly better, 4 minute point. Oh no, he was a 4 minute .2. So just, yeah, Gunther's just slightly better at the back end of that one. So he's keeping him in touch, and Teagle's still there, still sitting there. And he has got Macrolos starting to make a little bit more meterage on him at the moment. But we're getting ever so close to the draft, and we know how good the Tokyo Taxi is in a straight line, especially if it gets a little bit of slip.
And he's working. It's so. It looks like.
Fraser, sorry mate.
So
Fraser and Will
like...
Dixon, there's the pass. Sorry mate, I just thought I had
No,
to
that's okay. Oh, and who's that in the background there? Who is that going around? Shane Fodder is actually going around in the caddy as well, which has put him well back, J-Man. Same corner.
Okay, we're looking for retaliation now. What does Will Dixon do here?
So Shane had the fastest sector in Sector 1 and then bins it at the end of Sector 2 there, unfortunately. Like you mentioned, J-Man, Fraser. I wonder whether Dixie just might have had a little bit of a slip up there. Allowed the Porsche to get up onto the wing, because look at the pace of the BMW. He's back on him straight away. He's going, hang on, mate, that's my position.
Yeah, well, this is the inaugural Hyper Champ here for.
Well, it is.
As well. Yeah. The title's done. He's got it wrapped up, so he's got a license to do what he likes as far as how hard he wants to attack or not attack. Look at that through the final sector. Super close.
It's quick. And look how close Bewley is to that. All of that. So clearly, Dixon's made a mistake. Fraser's, like right there to take advantage of it. Bewley's right behind. Fudado shits it in the corner. He's gone backwards. Oh, it's all happening. There's only 4 of these buggers on track, and there's so much going on already. we've got to keep an eye on what's going on with Teggles because it looks like Hayden's going backwards. Like Rowe is keeping up with Dawson, but Hayden's going back to Costas. I don't think Costas is actually gaining on him. I think he's coming back to him more than anything. So, J-Man, can you crunch the numbers?
Yeah, Mackerel lost 6/10 better. A little bit of a snaggy one last lap. Best lap of a 4:01 for Hayden Tegg. Last lap was a 4:01. So needs to be sitting in that 4-minute flat bracket to stay with the front boys, and Costas Mackerel doing a 4:06. So you can see that now, right on him. Absolutely all over the back of him now. So draft will be a factor here now, and the Lexus with a strong engine. I'm just trying to see what sort of terminal speeds these guys are getting in the hypers with the slip, but it doesn't seem to be making too much. I think they may be hitting some sort of terminal velocity or something, because it doesn't appear to be changing too much in the draft. However, Pete Dawson at the moment just doing a stellar job over Gunther Rowe. Hayden Tegg, a little bit to think about with Costas Mackerel in the back of shot at the moment, so he'll be all over. What is in the Ferrari? Is it a camera or a mirror? Give me a look inside this thing. I think it might be a mirror.
In-car on the Ferrari. Yeah, good question, J-Man. You can check that one out.
Yeah, I think it could be a camera. It could be a camera actually. Looking at that. Firthy would know. Firthy's driven enough bloody Ferraris.
Yeah, yep. So PD just slightly stretching the legs on Gunther Rowe. Gunther doing a stellar job staying in touch. Gunther needs to stay focused, J-Man. God, Teggles and Makalos, look how close this is now, and this is what you talked about, J-Man, the Tokyo taxi in the straight line, and then if we can get under the wing of that Ferrari, and here we are.
Better be all on this time around. Yeah, he's right on them as they start the straight. Yeah, it is a rear camera, thanks Firthy. And you watch this thing here, see what it's got. We're about to get our questions answered.
Tegs, he's like, come out over here.
280, 283. Oh, he pulled out and dropped the mile an hour. So
straight away.
Yeah.
Well, it is a freaking overpriced Camry. I mean, Jesus, it's like a brick wall. It's out from behind a Ferrari.
So that's interesting because when he pulled out, he lost about 3-4k an hour. He's
straight up.
Tucked in there
straight
now.
up. Yeah.
So he's going to be able to stay with him. So it's going to have to happen somewhere under brakes or in the corner. Yeah, it would be a 4K view of it right now. Be able to read the grill number. So Tegg, I think, is up to the task.
He does look like
he's going to have to deliver his absolute best. And
yeah, look
what
at
did
that.
I just see there? What have I seen there?
Something
Shane
in the background.
DNF, Shane Fodato out. Had enough of the caddy. He's going to call it.
So that's unfortunate. The rental, as Nick, the rental, the Hertz sidecar caddy out of the game, J-Man. So unfortunate for Shane Fodato. Still plenty going on without him, though, I tell ya, because Will Dixon still has not got Fraser back, even though is all over it and doing his best to make it happen. Nathan Bewley hot in tow, like not that far behind the boys here. They do seem to have a little bit of pace on him though. I don't know whether that's just a Toyota thing.
I'm back.
Nothing has changed, J-Man. PD still out in front, over Gunther Rowe. These guys solid as, well, just as AF. You know what I mean. And Teggles, He's got some freaking work to do, J-Man. I tell ya.
Yeah, and look, fitting battle for the finale of the season.
It is.
And, you know, look, if you asked him at the time, are you enjoying this, he'd be, shit, no. But then, on reflection, this is what these guys sign up for.
Oh, it is. You know it. So the two closest cars are on track at the moment, bar Fraser and Dixon. So, yeah, nice work. Good, like you mentioned, J-Man, fitting battle for the top spots at the moment, so to speak. Obviously, Fraser and Dixon. I think Dixon, after that pass, he pushed so hard to try and get past Fraser again. I think he maybe just, you know, cooled himself down a little bit and just went, okay, I've got to think this through. Don't just attack, you know, like, because he just looks like he's just backed off, resetting maybe a little bit, bringing that tyre back to himself and giving it another crack. Bewley, like I mentioned, not that far behind. Pete Dawson over Gunther Rose still. Gunther so in touch. The top four in the GT cars this is a worthy fight, J-Man, for the final round of the season. Championship points or not, you know. So.
Oh, good run this time here from Matt.
What's this?
Really good run. Really, really good run as we have Shane Foddo just chiming in with an interesting face in the chat box. It feels like he probably feels like he's still at Mad Mike's summer bash or something in a drift car or something, because that caddy is all sorts of confusing on the entry to the corner. But look, good job there, Shano. You've been super entertaining throughout the series.
Oh, here we go. Macalos with a good run. Force tag.
He's on the outside though. T can hold him high here. Looking for some side draft.
I think with that
close the gap up.
That side by side up to the first chicane really held Tex, forced him into that low line, which has allowed obviously Macalos to get a better run out of the corner.
Good racing IQ there from Hayden Tegg. You see him just shift the car over.
Yep.
At over 250k an hour, just closer to the Lexus, just to grab that little bit of side draft, just to stomp the authority on what was going to happen before the brake zone.
And it gave him that, it took that overlap away, didn't it? And he was able to pull back out and actually grab the ultimate, you know, the better line into the chicane. And here we are again. This is not going away. I'll tell you, he's got a bird's eye view of this. That is Cross here in the background. He's just thinking, go guys, you guys fight it out, and I'll be there in a moment. So he's going at it.
And Dixie closer than ever at the moment on Chris Fraser. So they're starting to heat up a little bit now with just under an hour to run. And starting to work through lap traffic now. These boys, there's a move here from Will Dixon. It's going to look to take the right-hand line to the apex down here. Can Fraser live there? This is going to be a long way around. Look for another.
Okay, so who have they just run past? Is that Robbie Fox's car? Is it? Yeah. Okay, so there you go.
Well, look, and there's already overlap here from Fraser back on Dixie. Now this next one is super fast, and that'll give rights to the left-hand side if he can live there. Does he try and hold it? Oh, he does. It's brave.
Jeebus.
Still side by side. Little bit of contact.
Contact in the hypers.
Oh, you don't see that often.
I think that might be
Mitchell.
Is that Mitchell way back there? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
That was. I don't expect to see these things touch guards, J-Man, really. And so when they do, it's a little bit like, whoa, back it up, guys. So, Dixon back past. Fraser, J-Man. BMW over Porsche. What a race. There is Nathan Bewley. Look, just still in camera shot there, not that far behind him. Just having a slow and steady race. He's right there, ready to pick up the crumbs if anything happens to go wrong. Pete Dawson having a really solid race. J-Man. No mistakes from PD or Gunther Rowe. Hayden Tag, however, has had like a freaking arm wrestle. Even when Costas was a couple of seconds away from him, he knew he couldn't make any mistakes. So it's been a constant arm wrestle for Hayden Tag over Costas Makalos, and Makalos again continues with the blowtorch. Oh, and a big wriggle onto the front straight here. That is not an ideal place for Tegs to have a bit of a wriggle.
No, and look, entry is from the right into the first chicane, so effectively the Lexus got the opportunity here and does have the overlap. We'll see what we can do now with a bit of slip. There you go. It is a slipperier car. He's got the overlap already down into the first chicane. Pokes it on down there, so that was short-lived. So the Lexus really up against it here tonight as far as straight line performance.
That's impressive. That is impressive.
There's a car back a shot who was a second faster the last lap round.
It would be
still sitting 2.7 seconds off of this battle.
Mr. Steve Crossland, he has Will Dixon and Chris Fraser to worry about any moment, J-Man.
Yeah, he does.
We will get out. I think we're in Will Dixon's car as it comes back onto the back of the Aston Martin here.
It's going to catch him at not a bad time. What about Fraser? Fraser doesn't.
Oh,
Fraser
here we go. The short straw. We talked about it earlier.
Net gain to Will Dixon there.
And through no fault of anyone's. It's all about just it's random time. It's a lottery, isn't it, J-Man? Dixon now past Taggle. That came up quick. Those guys in a fight, it was lucky they seen him coming.
Once
and again,
Fraser has to lift. He didn't get them at the opportune time. So that is a big net gain.
Look at it. You can visually see. Wow.
And I'll tell you who did well out of that.
Bewley.
Nathan
Bewley.
Yep. But he's going to catch them through this high speed section of racetrack. What's his run like? He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to wreck the car.
Can he go around the outside of him here?
Beautifully.
Oh, and right out on the apron. See the boys, they seen him coming, gave him a little bit extra space. They're in a position to do it, given their top speeds and their grip levels. So nice work. Really, again, clean heads, J-Man. We've seen it week in, week out with these boys.
Once again, just witnessed Dixie go past Gunther Rowe and PD at an opportune time. I think Fraser, what does he get?
Oh, he's going to pick one. He'll get one.
He gets Gunther.
Oh, PD.
And he doesn't get PD. No, so it's another loss through the corner there.
And you call this bit of track right at the top of the stream, J-Man. If the Hypers get into the GT pack back here, that's trouble. Here comes Bewley. He's right in amongst it as well.
Bit of a lift here though for Bewley. He probably wanted a better run through there. So he has taken it down to 3.1 seconds though to Chris Fraser, but I think that's more about Fraser coming back to him by way of track.
It's hard not to hold your breath. Like literally, I watch these guys sing and I'm just like, it's so tense watching it. And like I said, week in, week out, man, we've seen these boys, and that's the GT cars alike, you know, being very much aware of these boys coming up behind them. But everybody, I don't think we've seen any major contact over the 6 weeks between the Hypers and the GT cars, J-Man. It's been amazingly clean racing.
Yeah, no, it's a phenomenal job for both parties, and you know, particularly the Hypers. You know, they are coming at a serious amount of knots, and look, they've got to anticipate, you know, a worst case scenario and read it. And I thought Chris Fraser there did a beautiful job, because that was probably 2 or 3 times in that lap where he had to just really you know, put himself and everybody else, you know, like
safety first
perspective and just safety first, and then you know, it's cost him effectively 4 seconds, well 3.5, because he was around about 4 to 6 tenths off of the back of Dixie when that came about. He's currently now sitting 4 seconds. So
okay, back to these two, David.
Makalos through on Teg. Makalos through on Teg. Here we go again.
Here we go again. This is freaking awesome.
He's
got him this time.
Yeah. And the drive traction on the Lexus, and Teg blows the chicane there,
Yeah.
just gets it a bit wrong. Now the drive traction on the Lexus out of every stop is just that little bit better. That's what's enabled him to actually have a look at Teggles in the first place. However, Teg's got the rights by way of a slippery car in a straight line. So he'll need to do a good job here at just try and close that margin, line himself back up again on the Mulsanne straight. I believe it's Mulsanne.
Mulsanne. Yes, Jamie.
And just try and go for another attack. But this here, you watch the drive traction from the Lexus out of here. It just gets its power down.
That early throttle pickup.
Yep.
It's key, isn't it? Especially on a track like Lemans here, where the straights are so vast, you know, like it's just so long. And it's all about getting out of the corner onto these straights. So Ferrari, very pointy car and pretty bloody handy in a straight line. Didn't really lose too much of it, but then tags again, and I think he's pushing, and he did it not the last chicane, but the one before it, just after Makalos first got past him there. Just going a little deep under brakes there. He's just got to check himself. I think like Dixon did over Fraser before, just like don't push, calm the farm. You know, take a few breaths and then get back into it, refocus, J-Man. So nice work. Yeah. Talking about Fraser and Dixon, we just did talk about, you know, like what was pretty much the short straw a couple of times in the last lap as they worked their way through the GT cars. Fraser looks like he's struggling to get that margin back, and looks like he's actually dropped it back even further towards Bewley. So, you know,
2.5 the margin back now to Bewley, so that is closing. So there's certainly a fight on. However, Dixie just made bank when he needed to, coming through the traffic. So obviously the first guy turned up. Often the first guy can be a disadvantage because the traffic not aware that the hypers are coming through, and he's the first guy to turn up. But he did a beautiful job of that. So
plenty going on still, and where are we at? We are getting close to halfway. A couple of minutes to half race. J-Man, is this when we start to see some indicative pit stops?
Yeah,
that
just
always shakes everything up.
Just wondering what happened to Crossy. Crossy now down in P7. He's behind Robbie Mitchell. So obviously we saw Crossy was starting to hunt down. So we've missed something there. Apologies, Crossy. But you probably didn't want us to pick up on it anyway. But yeah, tucked in behind Robbie Mitchell.
Mitchell limping. A clearly damaged BMW after what was a T1 incident in a 90-minute race.
T1? Yeah, I suppose they were halfway through.
They were halfway through. So, yeah, tough gig. But look, a credit again, and we always applaud it, J-Man, these boys that don't hit the escape button, and they back the freaking thing out of the wall, and they carry on. They just work it out, and just, I applaud it every time. So, nice work.
Close now, Davo. Gunther Rowe really close. I just watched them there, and I was just watching the speed trap, and he definitely had the slip and started picking up around about 3-4k an hour difference towards the back end. And once again, he's come out line of stern pretty much with PD.
Under the wing
onto
too.
Under this next straight, and just watching the mile now. He's already got two on him now.
It's edging closer, but same market car. So like he even with slip, if he pulls out, he will hit a wall. And Gunther looks like he just rolls out there a little bit, going into the bracket area. Oh, that was bloody close. Gunther probably a little bit unsighted on his braking area there. Ran
277 for PD on the way in there, 281 for Gunther Rowe, so that's the difference. But obviously you've got to make something with it, and he just misjudged the brakes in there, just ran the apron a little wide, and that's just cost him again.
It did. I think it was almost carbon copy, Hayden Tegg after Makalos went past. You know, like it's just like, you're just pushing right to the end. I know he's passed, but I don't want to lose too much, and just a little bit of an outbraking there. Easily done. It's just it's a little mental faux pas, just like ouch. It's the ouch. So just looking at Costas Makalos, Magenta Sector 1, David.
Yeah, Magenta Sector 1, personal best Sector 2 is around about nearly 2.5 tenths up on the lap. Obviously, a last lap 3:59.9
Yep.
to be his quickest lap of the race and the quickest lap of any of the GT3 cars out there. So he has got that thing performing at the right time.
Yep.
He's got to try and do something about the 6.6 second deficit that he's got to work with, but a long way to go, still 45 odd minutes.
Mate, look, if anyone can do it, the likes of Costas Makalos can do it, J-Man, and we've seen it. You know, maybe not this season, but we've seen, you know, these sort of performances come from Costas in the past, J-Man, and easily clearing, you know, like once past tag, you know, we can see, you know, quite a healthy gap starting to form, and just looking at his lap times, well on his way. We did talk about the outright speed out of the Tokyo Taxi here, the Camry. And look, doing it justice, we're missing a couple of Camry drivers too. Who's the other Camry drivers? Oh, that's
Harry Lawrence.
Lawrence and Ichigawa. Yep. So we got Makalos flying the flag.
Interesting, because when he comes to the double chicanes at the back end, he gets to look at Gunther and PD, and even as he's coming through pit straight, he's watching them turn up into turn 1. So that's
encouragement, isn't it? It's just like that's the carrot, isn't it?
Yeah. Those boys just ran through. So obviously Gunther through last lap, didn't get a reading on that, must have been a track cut. However, PD through with a 40.5. Now what did Costas Makalos do? He did a 40.6, a tenth away than the front runners that one. So obviously made some gains the lap before on that beautiful 3:59.9, but just gave away a little bit on that one.
Yeah, we did see him, actually the camera picked him up down the back into one of the big braking areas there. Just maybe go and sneak a little bit deep, having to gather that thing up, and might have lost a couple of seconds in time. But look, we can clearly see, like, even if we, let's get this shot from PD and Gunther.
Yep.
Gunther just hounding the back of Pete Dawson's car at the moment. But just every now and then, and there it is, there's that shot. We can see Teagles in the background just coming into that chicane as the two Ferraris out in front leave. Obviously, Makalos in between that trio there. So, look, these guys are still in fairly close contact. Gunther Rowe, Pete Dawson, Costas Makalos, and Hayden Teague. Ryan Lemans, however, back a little bit further. Robbie Mitchell bringing home a wounded BMW, and like we mentioned just a moment ago,
Crossan, not making too much inroads as well, because he's carrying front splitter damage on that Aston Martin as well. So down the straights, pretty much static at the moment.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Those guys just nursing a couple of beaters.
And you can see that, ladies
and we
gentlemen,
have Chris Fraser in the lane.
There you go. So, and you can see, you know, like just a little indication in the timing on these cars without, you know, like we've got a lot of data, J-Man and I've got it in front of us, but that little graphic on the top right-hand side of the screen, you can clearly see the sector 1, 2, and 3, magenta, green, or yellow, or worse. So, yeah, good little indicators there as we call Chris Fraser into the pits, J-Man. First of the hoppers in the pit lane. Nice.
Yeah, just watching him on the jacks at the moment, just re-energising and fueling the car. So just going to see, obviously he's still got 40 odd minutes to go, so it's going to require a fair bit.
It is.
Fair bit of juice, probably max this thing back out. Based on those numbers, it's he's a little over halfway.
Awesome. Again, thank all of you guys, legends, for joining us again here tonight. Everybody chatting in the chat box as well, the fan club. The legends. We have Gunther Rowe past PD, J-Man. We just picked it up on camera there. So PD struggled. I just wonder whether PD's ready for a pit stop and he's might be distracted. You know how easy that is.
I reckon. Here we go. No.
No.
Oh, here it is up here. Sorry. No, here it is up here.
No, it's up here further. Yep. Here we go. Right hand side. Does he do it?
Both of them.
Oh, both. There you go. Oh, Gunther runs deep. PD nearly chases him in there.
Yep.
Gunther on, and that's Makalos in the background and Teg in the background as well. We're all top four there, drivers.
Get it down to 60. Nice job, Hayden.
Nice. Lemans, what's he going to do? He's rolling in as well, J-Man. So this is it. They're tapped out.
Yeah, they're all battery hungry, so...
Next two cars
are
Crossland
through on Robbie Mitchell.
Has got past Mitchell, but Mitchell in. Now remember, Mitchell T1 accident. This car has not been in the pits. It's been carrying damage for the last. Oh, where are we at? Oh, so it's
45. What are we?
It's 50 minutes.
Yeah, 50 minutes.
He's been carrying damage on that car, and nice work from Robbie Mitchell, J-Man, to be rolling into the pit lane with this group of cars here.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm fascinated. The battle. Guthrow gets back out once again in front of Pete Dawson. So
look how close that is.
So this is the way that they came in. What can PD do about it? We know that there's about 4k an hour in the slip.
Makalos off the limiter as well. Tags just rolling over the control line as well. Ryan Lemans will be out. The next GT car out, like you mentioned, J-Man. Dixon in. Who is that behind? Buell. Does he roll in behind him? He does.
He has to.
Yep.
He has to. 1% energy left.
Look, and this is a bloody long lap. You know, like if it says you ain't going around again. So no mucking around from these boys. Maybe even possibly a little bit of conserving over the previous lap, J-Man, just to get those cars home. Maybe with 1%. Damn, that's cutting it fine. It's cutting it real fine. Bewley in love.
Oh, Pete Dawson, Dixon. Good under brakes at the first chicane. Sorry, Davo.
Oh, mate. You are my eyes, J-Man. While we were just picking up on Hypers in the pit lane, the action continues on track. We are literally, it's been interesting. I'm glad there's not actually too many more Hypers on the bloody track, J-Man, because this whole series, we've literally been watching two races, haven't we?
Yep.
Obviously the GT cars and the Hypers all on the same track, all at the same time. Oh, and Gunther with a big flick, a little bit snaggy off the ripple strip there. PD's having a good hard look at it. Let's do it.
Some side draft again.
Gunther.
Keeping it nice and tight.
Gunther again, always pushing the limits there. Not giving PD much space. Oh, and here we go. Can PD stop the bloody thing, though? Nearly gets it in the sand. And again, another bit of Gunther between the boys.
Watch PD, who gets some slip here, who gets some side draft as well here.
Look at the background, J-Man. Goss's just let's go, boys. This is going to be on. So Costas, Makalos, these are the two leaders in the GT class. Costas, and you talked about it earlier. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Snag a tyre. Man. Whoa. Freaking whoa. That is...
Gunther gave Pete Dawson
no
more room than he absolutely needed to.
Like millimetres, mate. PD, these guys are so equal. That is not going away at all. I guarantee PD will be back on that. Costas Makalos, J-Man, chasing that.
Fraser and Bewley now separated by half a second. That is the pit stop exchange. That's what a good stop. Now, I wanted to mention post pit
Bewley
stops.
deep. Sorry, J-Man, for interrupting there. Bewley just got right up behind Fraser's Porsche there and ran a little deep. I think he might have got just distracted by, I think it's Robbie Mitchell's BMW there into that last braking area. But yeah, very close quarter stuff here between the Porsche and the Toyota, J-Man.
Yeah, 7% difference on energy taken by Nathan Bewley over Will Dixon. That's what, PD runs the chicane, gets it wrong. All sorts of, that would have definitely been a mark to the stewards, that one.
Yeah, and PD, not that guy. We know Pete Dawson very well. He will be just like, oh shit, how the bloody hell did I manage that? He will have a good head shake there and want to refocus, because I think these guys are very equal. They've got equal pace here tonight at Le Mans, and all he's got to do is focus and not worry about the rear view mirror too much, because Costas back on us. He's on his way.
Yeah, he is. Now, back to the hypers just for a
Let's
second,
go.
mate.
Let's
Now,
go.
Nathan Bewley, I just don't think has got the car underneath him tonight. We know this guy's talents. He is phenomenal.
Yes.
He can steer the wheels off of anything, but I just don't think that the Toyota is just up to the task here tonight. No, I think Fraser, we just seen him there. Just drive away from him a little bit. It was half a second. It's now 1.6. So I think he's really just doing his level best to try and push this thing as hard as he can to stay with it. But clearly, I think Fraser's car, I think the Ferrari definitely is up to task with the BMW on.
Fraser Porsche, I think. Yep.
Sorry, Porsche. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, definitely up to task.
Up to task. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Yeah, Bewley, and I don't know whether that Toyota's actually looked like it's had the pace the whole season. You know, like really, the whole 6 rounds. But here we go. Look at the three of them. You can see them in camera shot there together. So Dixon and Fraser and Bewley, they are literally in camera shot together after freaking nearly 60 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So these guys running hot, and look, here we are. You know, talking about whether the Toyota's actually got the pace to run with these boys, but then we turn around and they're all in camera shot together. Like seriously, you know, like it's pretty good. There's a close battle there going on.
Yeah. Now, top of the broadcast, you asked me about the GD's breeze.
Yeah. I remember
the benchmark in the quali. However, that was taken away by PD. But I mentioned that Costas Makalos in the Lexus, and we know how fast the Lexus is suffering a little bit here tonight in a straight line. But look, he is working himself back into this. He's 1.6 seconds off the back of Pete Dawson now. It's been a slow burn for Costas. He's had to put in the hard yards to get back here, and I just wouldn't count this guy out at the moment. I think he's if you asked him right now, I reckon he's like, mate, I'm a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, he's got the right attitude. Like, I mean, we don't talk to Costas too often, but we can physically we can see it. You know, like the body language of the way these guys drive. I think he's got the hunger for it. You know, like if he can see those boys in front, I think he thinks in his head he's got them. You know, like he can do it. You know, like so.
Yep.
And he is freaking close, actually.
Yes.
He is very close to the back of Pete Dawson now. These guys are probably equally gapped. Rowe to Dawson to Makalos. They're pretty equally gapped, Joe, man. What a fight. Like I just mentioned, we had an hour we've been going for. These guys holding it together. And that close with 30 minutes to run, very similar to the Will Dixon, Chris Fraser, Nathan Bewley thing going on at the front, mate. Look, quality top end of the field here in both
2.5
classes.
seconds separates the podium for the GD3.
Wow.
And I believe it's about 8 seconds separates the
Yeah,
podium.
not bloody
for
much
the
more.
Hypers. Yep.
That's right, yeah. Oh, wow. Nice work from all the boys involved at the mic. Peggles dropped off the back there a little bit. Hopefully the fan club is still tuning in. We're still tuning in to what Hayden's doing.
Ooh,
Thanks.
Gunther Rowe with a little moment there. 2 moments. Big run wide. So he had 2 moments straight in a row. And that'll be lighting the eyes up of Pete Dawson there. Just seeing how hard Gunther's pushing and just overstepped the mark. And we don't often talk about it in LMU, but track limits on any platform are a factor. And look, we've seen plenty. Pete Dawson running straight through the chicane. Gunther Rowe with a couple of cuts there. I actually did see Costas Makvalos in Sector 3. Just run a little bit wide through the fast left-hander before the final double chicanes. And I tell you what, that would have just pricked his ears up. And
you know it.
man,
you know it.
These boys are getting close.
They are getting close. We're just looking over the front fender of guard, should I say? We're in bloody Australia, New Zealand. The front guard of Costas Makvalos' car, and you can see in front of PD, Gunther looked like he ran a little deep into that first chicane there, J-Man. So it's those little visual cues for Costa. He'll see that, you know, like, and that just keeps that enthusiasm, and that is hell yeah what's going on, because PD is actually, all 3 of these have bunched a little bit closer together, haven't they?
Yeah, and then you're going to add a hypercar in there shortly too, mate.
Oh, Will Dixon's on his way, is he?
Yeah, Dixie is on his way. He's coming down.
Oh, and the boys, look at Bewley, Fraser, what the hell? It's like how close those guys are now.
Yep. So that's an ebb and flow battle. That's sort of closing up, and then it's extending out. So obviously this part of the racetrack at the moment, Bewley looking really, really good, tucked up in behind Fraser. I just don't know that the Toyota has the straight line on the Porsche. Makvalos got Pete Dawson in his sights though, Davo. That is an important part of what's going on with just under half an hour left to run in this thing. He is right there, and this will be the first part of the puzzle for him. Unlock this Pete Dawson thing and chase Gunther Rowe down. And look at the drive traction of the Lexus there. So good.
It is. And it's not even the early pickup on the throttle. It's the amount that he can dial into it too. It's just like, it's early and there's a lot, you know, like he can literally just mash the throttle. Ferrari though, quick in a straight line, unassisted. Looks like the Lexus actually needs that little bit of assistance to get its pace compared to the Ferrari. Falls PD a little bit shallow into that. But it's very much a one-line piece of the track here, isn't it, J-Man?
Yeah, look, this isn't what Costas needed. It's just allow just a little breakout, 1.7 seconds that Gunther's been able to extend with Pete Dawson. Just having to run shallow there, cover the line. Once again, there's Costas a little bit wide. He's just got to be careful with the track cuts in that part of the racetrack. I'm pretty sure that'll be one of the spots. Just by body language of the drivers throughout practice, qualifying and the race, I've just seen them just not asking too much of the racetrack there, and I've just seen him just really extend his welcome on the right hand side of the track there, so you just got to be careful of that.
Well, that's a very polite way of saying
mate,
he's overshot the shit.
Diplomatic.
Oh dear. As we start to wind down, I mean, it's like 25 minutes still left to run, but
here we go, Hypers through.
Here they come.
Yeah, Dixon's coming. He's not far away.
They're coming through T1. To the first chicane under the bridge there. It won't be long, I reckon, before they get down the end of the Mulsanne, even with 2 chicanes. Wow, what happened there? Looked like PD had a bit of a wriggle. Costas might have rolled off the throttle there just a little bit, just not to
a little bit.
Get in contact, which has actually given PD, just that little sharp run on him.
All right, now Dixie's going to catch them, I believe, between the first and second chicane. This is.
Oh, you think it'll be in between them?
Macrolos Dawson. Yeah, it'll be between the first and second chicane.
Okay, so we will get out of the front of Dixon's car here. You can see the two boys just in front. They're just only actually the closing speed is epic. Here it is. I think they might be down to the end there.
Yeah.
What's that? What's the corner down the end there? I can't remember what that one's called. One with all the sand around it. But it's going to be close, J-Man. Look at the closing speed of this BMW. Oh my God. It gets close there. That is Gunther Row. You can see in the distance there.
Yeah, safe Dawson. He got out of it early.
Look like the two boys there, Macrolos and Dawson, both look for different parts of the track to let Dixon pass. But either way, it all worked out. And bam! The BMW sails past Gunther Row. The boys continue to battle on. Pete Dawson and Costas Macrolos. Next.
Is this drive traction again?
I see him.
He's still got the drive. He has still got the drive.
And here comes Fraser.
And Burley will be coming.
Burley will be coming too before they even get to that. It's like these guys side by side. Burley's got nowhere to go.
Look at the side jump here from PD.
So PD back past Macrolos. Well, we focus. I can't keep up. This is. We've only got about 11 or 12 cars on track. Hypers and GT cars. Oh, look, I am really struggling to keep up with what's going on here. Particularly between PD and Pete Dawson and Costas Macrolos, J-Man. These guys trading a position. Will Dixon, Fraser, and Bewley so close together. Obviously, again, those gaps have spread a little bit as they just navigate the quicker of the GT cars there.
Oh, Macrolos going for an outside move. He's going to pull it off.
And Dawson gives him the space, but it's... Oh, Macrolos, little tag on the wall, maybe.
That's brave. That is
wow.
Brave.
He's still offline.
He's still... 2 laps ago, he looked at it.
But I reckon he's been offline the whole time since he actually... the inception of that pass, and still holds it together, even just slightly offline. So nice work, and a good presence from Pete Dawson as well, J-Man. As always, you know, some of these overtaking manoeuvres, particularly in those sections of track like that. Look, it takes two, doesn't it? It takes two to turn your head with that sort of stuff.
1 second deficit to Gunther Row through a exchange, and then it could potentially be a little demoralising when they come out onto the front straight. If PD is in striking range, that Ferrari likely to slip on by on the straight line. However, you can just see the drive traction there through sector 1 there through 2, 3, 4. The drive traction of this Lexus very impressive. Just pulls a half a dozen car lengths on the Ferrari of Pete Dawson. Oh, both of them really using a lot of the safety turf out there.
The safety grass, J-Man. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Come on, talk to me.
Oh, well, I'm just looking at...
Sorry, I was distracted for a second.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. 3:31 last lap round for Dixie.
Yep.
And a 3:30.4 for Fraser. Now, that was by way of traffic. We saw Dixie have to roll off early at the second chicane.
Yep.
So look for him to tidy this lap back up and head back deep into the maybe 3:28, something around there. Has the best lap of the race of a 3:27.6. So only guy to break into the 27s in the hypers so far.
In race, because we saw 26s in qualifying.
Yeah,
God damn it. Yeah, so nice, quick stuff from the board. And to be honest, nice work from Bewley. Keeping up with the boys here.
Yeah.
Because they're humming. So nice work. Dixon. Look, and I did call this. Like Dixon it's so clinical, man, with this guy in the BMW. And smashing it out. Fraser in second. It's all these guys still, again, and I keep saying it, like, if you can see him in one camera shot, man, that is close, right? We are talking well over an hour of racing so far, 70 minutes, in fact, as we come up to. So, yeah, definitely nice work from those boys, as in this battle. Gunther Rowe, J-Man, out in front in the Alpine Ferrari. Well, oh my days.
Yeah. 3.1 becomes 3.7 though. Costas Makalos just chipping away. He's got just under 20 minutes of work to do on this. Energy-wise, they are separated by around about 1%.
Do you think Pete Dawson's done with Makalos yet?
No.
No. Okay, thank you. I thought the same. Hayden Tagg, our man, Taggles. Ran it at the top 4 in the GT class. Nice work. You know.
Oh, Croston put some move on Lemans as we speak.
He's been running in clean air. Oh, did he get it done? No, he didn't.
No, Clements grabs it back. I'll tell you what,
like,
that's a work on.
Hang on, you're going to have to work better than that, old man. Famous Crossy, J-Man in the 43, Sim Blacks, Aston Martin, freaking legend in real life and in this virtual world. J-Man rocking the Sim Blacks logos all over that Aston Martin. But look, Clemens just going, hey, tonight, it's all mine. In the Ferrari, keeping it clean, J-Man. Robbie Fox, as always. Oh, here we go. Robbie Fox and Robert Mitchell side by side. Just as we pick them up on camera here, look how close these two are. Talk about side draft. Damn it. That's close.
Robbie Mitchell deep under brakes. Can he stop it? He does a beautiful job of that.
Only just. The both the boys dip a wheel in the sand there. Fox is just like, come on, I'm coming with.
Okay, so like I said, it's a slow burn, but it is around 2 seconds now. I called it 3.1 a lap ago. It's now 1.8 as we head off on lap 16. And it's all about the way that Lexus gets off the corner. You can just see the margin that he's put now on Pete Dawson, and there's nothing wrong with the Ferrari straight line ability. It's just all about the Lexus and the way that Costas is driving the car off the corner, and it's just little by little he's just nibbling away. And 4:04 last lap around versus Gunther's 4:01.4, so there was 1 second just in that lap. He's looking for a couple, so you could argue 2 more laps, he's right there.
Okay, so we talked about points earlier. Where is Costas Makalos in this whole point scenario? Was he in those calculations for a top 3 at the end of the championship?
Sorry, who's this, mate?
Costas Makalos. Too many missed rounds. Because we were talking about Hayden Tagg.
103. And the boys in front of him, Mitchell and Tagg, 115, 117, 43 points on offer.
Yep.
You better believe he's a factor. It goes from the top. Okay, so it goes from the top. It goes 43 points. Second position's 37. Third position's 32. Fourth position's 28. So currently Hayden Tagg is sitting on a 28-point margin added to his currently 115. Costas Makalos looking at 37 points on his 103. Yep. Can he go one more, get the 43?
Yep.
And then you mathematicians out there tuning in, jump on the abacus and tell us what that looks like, because right now I'm consumed with the comments, because believe it or not, fun fact, Nick Firth, I feel like Cross serenaded me one night with that song live. He does a beautiful job of Wagon Wheel. The Darius Rucker version. Go Hootie and the Blowfish.
You guys are freaking legends. God. Love legends. Nice work, Berthy. Berthy, get the calculator out, brother. Just cut some points here.
I could probably do it.
Will Dixon leading the race and the championship. Untouchable. Chris Fraser, Nathan Bewley have been going at it all night, and like I've been calling it, these three cars clearly visible in camera shot together quite often throughout the lap. Gunther Rowe, Costas Makalos. Costas is closing that gap quickly, J-Man. Pete Dawson had that second position up until only a couple of laps ago. A couple of laps around Lemans is like about 20 bloody minutes or something. But, yes, Pete Dawson dropping back off that little battle as Costas chased down Gunther Rowe, Hayden Tegg. Now, we knew Teggles was in the points. We knew after Ryan Clemens and Steve Crossan there was Robbie Mitchell, and Robbie Mitchell qualified well in the GT cars. A little bit of a faux pas. I think he might have come together with someone in T1 there, put that car in the wall, and has been playing catch up pretty much the whole race. Nice work, Robbie Mitchell, still chasing down the boys.
What I can tell you, if Macrolos can get Gunther Rowe here and grab the 43 on offer, he will be sitting on 146 points. If Hayden Tegg stays exactly where he is and picks up the 28 points, he will end up with 143 points. Now, what I haven't factored is the Robbie Mitchell into that, because he is currently sitting down in 7th, which sees him pay 49 points. So he will be out of it. It would actually mean that Macrolos would elevate himself from 5th in the championship to 2nd in the final round.
Wow. Again, and we call this, and we talk about it. It is all about consistency, not only in race, but participation throughout the series is key to getting these championships across the line and coming away with the bragging rights for winning them.
Plus 19 if he stays where he is. 136 points is where Robbie Mitchell would end up. And so he would literally fall off the podium from currently sitting P3.
Oh, Gunther!
And Macrolos.
Gunther, no, was there contact? I thought Gunther might have just had a bit of a slip.
Out of it.
Yep. So this was inevitable, I think, J-Man. I thought the closer Costas got, more pressure Gunther had to deal with. Oh, is Gunther good under pressure? Meh. Maybe not. But I tell you what's guaranteed. He's under it right now, J-Man. He is well under pressure here at the moment. And look, and we are talking bragging rights, ladies and gentlemen. Prizes around here at Terrain Light Racing are randomly drawn. You know, like so, it's not these boys that win the prizes here. It's all about participation. You've got to be amongst it for certain percentage of the series to be in the draw, and that's why we see these guys week in, week out. He's on this. Well, I don't think I can flick the cameras away from it, J-Man. It's just, this is where the fight is. Oh, Macrolos, big chunks of opposite line to keep that together.
Yeah. He is pushing. He's pushing. He knows that traditionally that's a strong point coming off of that right hand. He gets drive action so good.
It's those big. That one. It's those slow corners, isn't it? You know, he's aiming for getting that.
Really, super close to Fraser now as well. Just to ramp up your workload, Damo.
Mate, I'm on this. I'm all over this. I got it.
What is the margin Hayden Tegg to Pete Dawson? Because that has a relevance to it. Okay, it's about 20. Oh, hang on. It's about 15, 16 seconds, I think, somewhere around there. So That has relevance.
Now the boys, the two hypers in second and third, just getting tangled up there with one of the lap cars. Might have been Robbie Fox's Mercedes-Benz. Look how you talking how close they were before. Look at it now.
Yep. And cross them back to the pit lane by the look of it.
Oh, okay. So cross the car being off.
Data. Yeah.
Okay, that is unfortunate for Crossy.
Oh, look at Costas now. He is mounting an attack. He knows the clock's running down. 10 minutes left to run of this thing. He is right there, separated by 0.3 of a second. And this is big. He needs this. I'll run the numbers. I'll rerun the numbers on him if he finishes second. We know that there is a 3-point swing if he grabs first position. This may tie himself and Hayden Teague for second in the championship, and that would create some sort of countback, I think, for the admins. I'm not sure what that looks like, but I will just quickly run the numbers if Costas finishes in second. So that would be plus 37.
No matter the numbers, J-Man, I'll tell you who the winner is all the viewers and us, as we get to spectate and watch this fantastic racing, this battle royale going on for at least the next 9 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen,
right up there now.
It is on.
Pulls out. It's got a slight overlap. He's on the wrong side.
Yeah, but it forces Gunther shallow, which runs in wide. Here we go. And it's all about getting that power of the Lexus down here.
He just couldn't do anything with it.
I think it was too. It was almost like he was too. It was almost like he was too close, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can tell you if it finishes the way it is, it would go by way of Hayden Teague into second position in the championship by 3 points if it finishes the way it is. So 8 minutes, 20 seconds. What can Costas do?
Okay. Now, in saying that, what do you think the chances are of it staying the way it is, J-Man? Be honest.
Unlikely.
But you know what? Either way, well, like I said, we are going to enjoy the spectacle that is what this race is going down to at the moment. Chris Fraser and Nathan Bewley have been close in the past, not so much at the moment. The fight is the GT cars up the pointy end of the field. This is for first and second in this race. Round 6 here for Lane Light Racing's 2025 LMU Series. This is the fight for the race. Gunther out of the championship. Costas has a crack.
Costas do an outside move on Pete Dawson coming up here to the right-hander. Does he think about it on Gunther? Does he flick out to the right? No, stay out to the left. No, he stays right, and he sends it down in there.
How
Gunther
close?
holds his nerve.
How freaking close was that? Yeah, Gunther pretty much didn't alter his line at all. We've seen this recently with a man called Steve Melling. He's just so confident he's got the pace into the corner on the optimum line. He doesn't even cover it. Just like, you go up there, man, you're not going to be able to do it. And he just turns the car in. And Gunther doing just that. Unfazed, J-Man. So, nice work. Costas. And a big grab.
Big wriggle.
Oh, big grab.
What does that mean?
Oh, this is trouble.
Good battle going on between these two.
Doesn't get much better.
Yeah.
Final race of the series.
Driving the wheels off of that thing.
Oh, yeah.
We know we've paid witness to this Lexus just getting off the corner just that little bit better.
And he slowly dispatched all the Ferraris. Like, the Ferraris looked like they were just going to run away with it, didn't they, J-Man, there in the first 15 or 20 minutes of the race?
Gunther incredibly wide through.
Way wide. And probably needed the run too to keep that Toyota at bay.
Got to be running out of strike, surely.
Well, possibly. As they come down to the first chicane on the Mulsanne. Costed. Cool as a cucumber, as is Gunther Rowe out in front. As long as Gunther has those handful of car lengths on the Lexus, he's easy as. When that thing gets close to him, he does struggle a little bit with the concentration. So Costas, it's always easier to chase, isn't it, J-Man? Like, you and I both races, always easier to chase that lead car.
Yeah, and for good measure, we're going to throw the hypers in there to let these guys one
more
more time before the end of the race. So expect that to happen inside the next lap.
And here they come. Past Lemans. Goes Bewley and Fraser. Bewley on it. You can see Dixon up in the foreground, or in the background, should I say, a shot. They're the boys.
Time running out now for Costas. Does he know the mathematics? He probably doesn't at this point. He's probably just all about the race victory. Maybe he's done the calculations.
I don't know. I don't know whether Costas is that guy.
Yeah, it is tight at the front, Ken. Good to see you tuning in, mate. It's a hell of a battle for the finale here between Gunther Rowe and Costas Makrolos. But yeah, as I mentioned, there is a points equation in there. Hayden Teague's hoping that something disastrous happens up the front, and maybe all he'll be hoping is that at the moment is that Gunther holds Costas out, because that'll see him
pretty well
elevate, up to second in the championship with obviously Isaac away.
Isaac
and Robbie Mitchell a fair way down the field.
And Lawrence obviously away. So there's a whole bunch of factors in there, J-Man. So
actually, Crossy dropping out. Hang on a second.
Is he right out now?
Yeah. No, Robbie Mitchell's
Yep.
currently sitting in P6.
The Lexus looking very solid through the call. Is that just Makrolos at the wheel? Is the Ferrari getting a little bit tired on its tyre? And again, big wriggle from Gunther Rowe, holds it down, stays focused. We are getting two. This will be the last lap for these boys.
Yes, it will. Yep. Yes, it will. So that looks something like, as we speak, it will go Hayden Teague over, well, obviously first and foremost Harry Lawrence, and then it would go Hayden Teague, and then it would go Costas Makrolos, and then it would go Robbie Mitchell, all separated by 3 points apiece.
It's close stuff, isn't it? It's a close way to finish up a championship, mate. So both the boys wide out on to the Mulsanne. We saw it last lap. Gunther very wide. Costas chased him out there a little bit. I don't know whether Costas had a little bit of a snaggy gear change there, or the gearing on the bloody Toyota is long. But it takes a while for that top gear to pick up into the first chicane over the front guard. Costas Makrolos.
Hang on, I was just trying to work. Okay, yeah, so we are seeing Will Dixon on the final lap now.
Yeah, look, I think so. Minute to go. Down. The Mulsanne there. Will the GT cars run another lap? Oh shit, they might actually. These boys actually might run one more lap.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will.
Because these boys, these hypers are going to get across the line before the end of this.
Well,
34 second. Is he? Is he? No,
yeah,
he's
Dixie's.
not.
Yeah, Dixie's actually on his final, so he was already ahead of these boys.
Yep. So,
I think. Hang on a sec. Where are they?
Oh yeah, no, that'll be right. Yeah, with 14 seconds to go, definitely. Everyone on their final lap here. J-Man, Costas will be aware of that. Gunther will most definitely be aware of that. Will Dixon, just, oh man, clinical again. Chris Fraser. Look,
what do we reckon?
He's worked.
What do we reckon? Is Macrolos going to have a dip here? Is he going to have a crack?
Oh, I think he. I don't. A little bit of me wants to say yes because I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm saying he's going to have a go here, mate.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to have a go.
But
Drive traction off of this right-hander.
Look at the punch. Gets a really nice line out of it too, J-Man.
Yeah,
and here we go.
Did a good job.
And
he
now
needed
this
to.
is, we saw Costas poke the Lexus just up on the right-hand side of the Ferrari, dipping into this fast right-hander down here. Not close enough this time. Gunther, amazing, stellar race so far. Will Dixon still out on track on his lap? These boys are... How does this work? Oh, there it is! Gunther with a big load! Oh, no!
Just this has massive implications to the podium finish for the GT3s. He's been so good for so long, and then just the rear disconnect.
Oh, he puts it into the pit!
What is going on?
Costas in the pit lane. What the hell? What? Oh,
okay,
Gunther Rowe. Gunther Rowe sneaking into the pit lane behind him. I think these guys thought they were going to do another lap. Chris Fraser. Will Dixon. Chris Fraser.
That's it.
Nathan Billy. What the hell just happened there? Who's next after that? Pete Dawson. He's in the pits.
What's going on?
What is going on? Hayden Tagg. No. Hey, Taggle stays out. J-Man, does he stay out? Yes, he does. I'm confused.
What does the podium tell us? Okay, okay.
So Macula still wins. Rowe, Dawson, Teggles.
Yep.
Oh, that was confusing. And it's because maybe it's because they can't finish on 0 EV, so they've rolled in to the pit lane, still gone across the line. I don't know. Does that even work? Anyway, Ryan Clemens.
No, they've come back out. They've come back out here. Hang on. No, they haven't.
And they're pulling up. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ryan Clemens across the line for 5th position in the GT cars. Robbie Mitchell 6th in. Is it one? I don't know. Guys are dropping out. I think 6th position in the GT cars. Robbie Fox, obviously, and Macalos dropping back to a DNF position, J-Man, actually, on my data. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's get to the bottom of this, J-Man. Let's drag some of these boys into the comms box and work out what the hell just went on there. And, yeah, give these guys a pat on the back for what has been an awesome season and a fantastic race here tonight.
I know.
I'm a little confused. Let's do this.
Will Dixon down here to start with. Dixie, you got us on comms?
Yeah, mate. How are you?
Mate, what a stellar way to finish off the season, mate. Congratulations on the inaugural Hypercar title. There was no doubt after a performance like that tonight, mate. How was 90 minutes around there?
Yeah, not too bad. Probably would have been better with a few more cars to keep it a bit busy. But yeah, no, it's good. Just bit of fuel saving and whatnot. But yeah, it's good.
And the start of that one, Fraser stepped up to the plate, mate. Gave you a little bit to think about for a minute.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I was kind of fuel saving, so I was backing off a bit early, and then I saw him come up the inside, so I didn't sort of defend it, and thought I'd just tuck him behind and save a bit extra fuel.
Yep.
But no, that was good racing with him for a bit. It's fun.
Yeah, nice work, mate. And look, a fantastic series, mate, and well-deserved title there, mate. Sort of it was a foregone conclusion before that one. So, as I mentioned in the broadcast, you had license to sort of attack that one any way you like, with no real threat to the championship. But look, once again, led from the front and just showed the boys how these things can be driven. And look, first run through the traffic, Dixie looked pretty good. However, I did see you there probably about the third lap through, had to roll off at chicane number 2 and cost you a little bit, but I think the damage was done by then. And how'd you find the traffic out there tonight?
Yeah, like I said, there wasn't too much tonight. Looks like not a lot of the boys rocked up, but yeah, I think like you said, they just that one chicane, and then a couple laps ago, just on the very last chicane. But I had a fair bit of time up my sleeve, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, nice work, mate. Well done on what was a fantastic season. Did have some good battles throughout the season, mate. Early in the piece, we saw Nathan Bewley step up to challenge it. Didn't look like the Toyota had too much tonight for the BMW, but look, well done, mate. And hey, we really appreciate the time you've taken to come and have a chat with us throughout the series, mate. Thanks heaps, and enjoy your Christmas.
Yeah, you too, mate. Appreciate the stream, and thanks for sorting it out for us.
Awesome, matey. There you go. That is Will Dixon, your series champion for the hypercars here at Rainlight Racing, season 11. Fantastic stuff. I just want to take a minute just to give a big shout out to Harry Lawrence, not here tonight, however, doing
Definitely.
the business and taking out the GD3 title. Now, look, I think probably by mathematics, from what I can calculate, we will probably shout out. First and foremost, I just want to grab Gunther Rowe down here. He's
Yes,
our man in
definitely.
the know and potentially our race winner based on post-race results. Gunther, can you just clear up for us, first and foremost, stellar race, mate, but just clear up those results, mate. Did you end up taking that one? Did Costas pull in early, or did he grab it?
I did, because when I came around, I suddenly didn't get the flag, even though the timer had run out. And I saw Costas pulled in. That's why I U-turned across the grass in, because we were going to be having to do another lap. And then I got the flag in the pits. So had I just followed Costas in, we both would have had to fight for a whole nother lap. But then Costas was on the lead lap, and I think he thought, I'm guessing, that because he's on the lead lap, he's ahead of everybody else in the field. So he escaped back for pits, which in this game is a DNF.
Right.
So,
okay. Who else followed him in there? Did PD go in, or did he carry on?
No, he just finished right because he was too far behind. So because we'd now run out of time, they finished the race on that lap. But theoretically, Costas and I should have kept going. But because I squirmed my way in, I lost a bit of time trying to get back into the pit.
Yep.
But yeah, we had some other issues with people talking in the last minute of the race, which is why I lost it in the Porsche curves because somebody started chatting.
We applauded you for such a stellar mistake-free run, Gunther. Was a really beautiful drive and under immense pressure from Costas as well. And so congratulations on that victory, mate. And obviously a welcome return to the GD3s, mate. You look well at home in that one. So well done to that. And well done to a great series as well, mate, from Rainlight Racing. Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, the demotion worked out all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, mate. Well, you have a swell Christmas, mate, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, you too. And thank you very much, you guys, for all your work that you've put in. It's been basically 11 seasons when I think you've been there for most of them. So very, very happy to have you guys with us. It's been awesome. I think it makes more of the racing than to a lot of people than sometimes the race itself. They can then watch it back afterwards and feel better or whatever, even afterwards, because they might have made some highlight reels or something. Quite often it was me and the hypers. Anyway, thank you very much and have a good Christmas. Cheers, guys.
You too, mate.
Nice, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks, Gunther.
All right.
Gunther Rowe, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to grab this guy, the next guy down. Okay.
You're the MC in this.
Okay. Where is he? Where is he? Hayes. Now, I'm going to bring
Taggles.
Teggles down to the chat because he comes with a pretty decent fan base as well. Teggs, you got us on comms, mate?
Yes.
Hello.
Mate, mathematics-wise, I got a feeling, mate, if my abacus is working correctly and the beads aren't broken, you might have done enough that one with Macrolos getting a DNF to actually grab second in the championship title chase.
Might be.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I've got some numbers to do with obviously Macrolos dropping, but look, I think it was real tight. On current running order, if Macrolos had have won that, he would have got you for second in the championship
Yep.
by 3 points.
Yep.
And then it would have dropped Robbie Mitchell down in sixth place down to fourth in the title hunt. However, I just don't know quite how that looks. So it's a really close battle between you and Robbie Mitchell because obviously he picked up a spot as well. So it's going to be tight. But look, fantastic season, fantastic race. We'll be watching with interest, no doubt, over the coming hours and days to see what that shook out like. But how aware were you of the numbers going into that one, Tex?
In terms of like the
Championship.
standing.
Championship, yeah, points on offer, where you sat.
I wasn't really thinking about it to be honest with you. Yeah.
Look, you've either got, by my calculations, second or third in the title for season 11, and mate, that's nothing to be sneezed at. You've
Yep.
put the time in the season, drove beautifully right throughout the series, and that one there was awesome, putting a lot of heat on early. Car looked to maybe fall away pace-wise a little bit towards the back end, but the start was beautiful. So well done, mate.
Yeah, I cooked my bloody tires trying to keep up with Pete and Gunfer at the
Yep.
start, and then I tried to hold Costas up as long as I could, but ultimately, I mean, he was getting through as well. So yeah.
Yep. Nah, awesome stuff, mate. And look, shout out to you and to your fan base. You guys, the team you got behind you have been bloody awesome all season
definitely.
long. So we appreciate them hugely, mate. And look, hope to see you back again for season 12, mate. You've been a pleasure to watch, and well done tonight.
Yeah, cheer guys. It's just my mum and sister watching me, so yeah.
Well,
Shout out to them.
it's not
Shout out to Mum and
just.
Sis. Yeah.
It's Lisa and Haley, and we applaud them as we do you. And it's awesome stuff. Big fans here, and you've obviously got more support at home as well. So yeah, no, you're all a bunch of legends, J-Man and Hayden. Look, we'll be looking forward to watching you again next season, 2026.
Too right.
What do you?
Yep.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
All right,
Nice
mate.
work.
You have an awesome Christmas, mate, and all the best. And talk to you again soon.
Cheers, you too.
Cheers, mate. All right, there you go, Teggles.
Tegel.
All right, I'm going to grab Pete Dawson down for a quick chat, mate. It's obviously the last time we get to do this for 2025, and it's fitting that we talk to a friend of ours and a guy that actually had a stellar race. Pete, ton of pace on, put it on the front row for the GT3s tonight, and went to war really for the better part of it.
Hey guys, yeah, no, it's really surprised myself with the pole lap. That was probably about 7/10 of up on my PB. So I don't know what happened there.
Where did
anyway,
that come from?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Anyway, we stayed in front for a little while,
Yeah.
but I'll just get too tired. I'm just
Yeah.
too old.
Some nice moments in there too, I think, across the board yourself, and then also Costas and Gunther all using plenty of racing IQ in there to just the little things, closing the gap on the straight line, looking for some side draft. I thought spatial awareness between yourself and Costas going through the right-hander. I don't know how he quite got round there, but look, you both held your nerve.
No, it was good fun.
It was funny.
Yeah. Once again, you guys put on a hell of a show, and I'm pretty sure the viewers appreciate it. We certainly did, Pete. And great racing tonight, mate. You have yourself a good Christmas, and no doubt we'll be catching up throughout the break.
Awesome, and thanks for all you guys do. We really appreciate it, and you do an awesome job. So you have a good Christmas too.
Yep, awesome. That is
Thanks,
Pete
mate.
Dawson there with another fantastic performance and series running throughout.
Absolutely.
Cheers, Pete. All right. Okay.
What do we got? Who else we got here?
Okay. I think I might call it there because
Yep.
I've got bloody alarms and notifications going off crazy in the background here, and I can see them flashing up on me. So, to all the drivers out there who raced
Yes.
in season 11, thank you very much for putting on a show. There is way too many of you to mention. You guys are awesome. We've thoroughly enjoyed broadcasting the series. And look, Davo, the J-Man's going to sign out, and yeah, you all have a good Christmas, and you'll be hearing from us again soon.
Definitely, J-Man. Definitely. Yes, thank you, all you legends. Thanks everybody that's been involved with Rainlight Racing over 2025. We so much enjoy talking to you guys. All the fan club that jumps in the chat box, really appreciate that. This is like, I think J-Man's mentioned a couple of times this tonight. Look, our last stream for 2025. Thank you. Whew, Jesus, we've been so busy the last couple of weeks as we sort of wound up the year. So yeah, it gives us a chance to have a little well-deserved break. But obviously, from MATCHFIT Entertainment, and I must say from Rainlight Racing alike, we're going to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a very drunk New Year to you all. Everyone's been legends. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. I haven't sold any free likes tonight, J-Man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit your notifications. Support not only Rainlight Racing, but J-Man and myself here on the mics at MATCHFIT Entertainment. So look, hit the like, subscribe, and notifications, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome stuff. We look forward to seeing you all in 2026, whether it be here at Rainlight Racing or over at MATCHFIT events or at SCNZ or somewhere in the iRacing community. We could just pop up anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you've got to hit your notifications. Thank you, J-Man, for bearing with me over 2021. He's just totally fucked off on me. It's just like I've heard enough. But yeah, again, thanks all the fan clubs, all the legends, all the people in the chat box, all our supporters, legends at Rainlight Racing over 2025. We'll see you all next year. Have a good one. Bye for now.